puppet strings, running fast and crushing dreams. So who's gonna win the big shiny rings? Behind the doors they're getting brief. It's so clear to see. Everything might seem so bright, but you can't be under the lights without being behind the scenes. There's another game being played. It ain't always what it seems. Judges watching up from the thrones. Who's the next?
Welcome back, everybody. Can you guys hear me okay? I got a thumbs up.
Game and they actually believe this. Show us what you got. Take the ball and shoot your shot.
Mic check.
Give it a try.
2 1 2.
Swish or miss. The ball don't lie. When you look at the numbers, something seems off. When you learn to make sure you laugh and scoff. Nice try. The ball don't lie. Heroes rise, but really they fall. Because there are big shots making the call.
Welcome back, ballers, to another episode on the Ball Don't Lie channel. This one titled Sin City Never Sleeps. What's up, Arcadia? Hopefully you can hear me okay. I did see the thumbs up, so we're going to jump right into it. I apologize for the late start. I was trying to jump on here a couple hours ago. Life gets in the way sometimes. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a quick recap over the weekend, actually going back to Thursday. And I know Arcadia has been along for that ride as well. So it's been a great several days on the Patreon. I got the link in the description below as well. Come hang out. Come give me a shot. It's only $1.30 per day, I want to say. So for anybody out there that likes to capitalize on the sports gambling side of things, I always provide these notes beforehand. And as a disclaimer, this video is not to promote sports gambling, but simply to show you guys the scripts that we get ahead of before game time. And what I like to say is take back what's ours, right? I mean, it's so obvious that these games are scripted, and Vegas, of all places, loves to bleed everybody dry. So trying to get money back into people's pockets rather than take it out. So we got 6 games to cover. First one was Thursday Night Football, Falcons and the Buccaneers. This one really stood out to me about it being a Tom Brady ritual. I mean, any time that these two teams end up facing each other, it's really the first thing I think of. If you guys might remember back in 2017, Tom Brady, this was back when he was still on the Patriots, came back down 25 points to beat Atlanta, which equals 25 on February 5th, the date written 2-5, etc. But this past Thursday, when I saw that, I was like, oh, interesting. And the Falcons are sitting at that 2-5 record. And if they improve, right, we know all about 35 Thursday. The word Thursday equals 35 in the same cipher as Tom Brady. So right out the gate, I really liked that alignment. And what kind of put the bow on this for me was seeing that the Buccaneers, if they lost, which they did, they could also drop to 7-7 on the season, reminding that Tom Brady was born in the year 77. And this game was being played exactly 131 days after Tom Brady's birthday. That's the championship number. So down here, I know it's a little bit small, but words like Super Bowl championship and, what do you know, Atlanta, Georgia, all equal 131 in the simplest cipher, A1, B2, C3. So that's pretty much all I needed to see for that game. And sure enough, the Falcons had their own comeback win for Thursday night primetime. And of course, they emphasize Kirk Cousins leads the Falcons to a comeback victory. Kind of like how the Patriots and Tom Brady had their comeback victory in the Super Bowl back in 2017. So moving on. Next, we were looking to some hockey games. I always give a disclaimer to folks that for some reason, ever since kind of doing this work, it seems like the Anaheim Ducks always go against my lean. And I think something about that might be more divine than anything, just because I grew up a Ducks fan. How old was I? I was 17, I want to say, when they won their only Stanley Cup back in 2007, I think it was. But besides the point, sometimes if I like a riddle, you just got to lean into it. So just notice here that when I was looking at the coaches' birthdays, we had Sheldon Keefe. He's the head coach of the Devils. And what I noticed is that this particular game on Taylor Swift's 36th birthday, we're going to get to that in a minute. It was the 88th day of Sheldon Keefe's age, where he could drop the Ducks to 8-8 away this season with a win. And with what we know about Revelation 13:18 and its connections to the number of a man, which is the number of a beast, which is 666, the Devils could improve to 18-13 on the season with a win, which they did. And don't forget that 18 is the product of 6 plus 6 plus 6, right? The number of the beast, which equals 88, 88th day of Sheldon Keefe's age. The Ducks dropped to 8-8, right? So we had that one. Next, staying on these 666 themes, look at this, you guys. The Senators equals 666 in Sumerian gematria. And don't forget, 666 is the number of the beast, which equals 87. So how perfect for the Senators with a loss to drop to 8-7 on the season. Doing so in Minnesota, which was founded on the date written 11/5, like how in reverse, Lucifer equals 11/5. I also just pointed out that, once again, the Wild could get that 18th win, and they could also get their 10th home win, where Satan equals 10, and 6 plus 6 plus 6 equals 18. This was my favorite one of the weekend. Shout out to Scripted Reality 169. Good friend of mine. We do share our codes with each other, and it's not even a competition. We're just trying to find the right play. And sure enough, I think he and his community latched onto something that was unbelievable to me. So I just want to shout him out for including me on the note with that. But look at this, you guys. So on Taylor Swift's 36th birthday, back on December 13th, we're talking about 666, right? Well, that happens to be the 36th triangular number. Add 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, all the way up to 36, you're going to get 666. Those in the community at this point, I think, are pretty familiar with New York's connection to 666, which equals 666 in Sumerian, which is just multiplying the alphabetic order times 6. A is 6, B is 12, C is 18, etc. But look at this. From that game, now you'll notice that the date right here is off. I put October 27th. It doesn't matter. You can update that to October 29th, 1997, which was the death date of Anton LaVey, the founder of the Church of Satan, right? Look at that. Before game time, we looked into StatMuse and we saw that, wow, New York can improve with a win. They can improve to 666 and 666 all time against the Eastern Conference since the death anniversary of Anton LaVey. I mean, which just so happens to be, once again, Taylor Swift's 36th birthday. Well, that matters because there's a lot of speculation that Taylor Swift may be Anton LaVey's granddaughter, just with how strikingly similar she looks to Zena LaVey, which is Anton's daughter. So we're not really going to go into any of that additional speculation. But, of course, the cherry on top of this one was looking at who New York was playing. Of course, the Lightning. Let's not forget about Luke 10:18 in the Bible, where Jesus says that he saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven. Perfect day, perfect stat alignment, perfect teams to be playing each other on this particular day. And notice that this game went to the wire. It went to a shootout in overtime. So there was value up and down on the Islanders throughout this game. Next, we're going to recap just the two plays I put out for Sunday NFL football. This one was just really simple to me. I mean, anytime I think of LA and I see a 1-1-3 potentially on the board, it's hard to go against that. But then on top of that, looking at who they're playing, right? Detroit Lions equals 661 in Pythagorean gematria. With a win, the Rams improved to 6-1 at home, and they also improved to 11-3, like 1-1-3 on the season, where Los Angeles CA equals 1-1-3, where the game was played. So sometimes it really is that simple, you guys. Apologies here. All right. And in closing, shout out Rambo. For those that haven't been watching Eye to Eye with AJ Rambo and Cody on Tuesdays, I strongly recommend that you do because Rambo especially kicked things off with this crazy green and yellow upset narratives that have been happening over and over and over again. And for me, it was as simple as seeing that the green and yellow team, the Packers, were the favorite in this game on the road in Denver, who's having a great season. And a big number with Denver is 94. So with the green and yellow, to recap, essentially we have seen upsets in international soccer, in football, primarily, I mean, both NFL and college football, and the list goes on. But the point is that if there's a green and yellow team, which is rare, there's not a ton of them out there, whether they're a favorite or an underdog, it could go either way, but we're seeing upsets happen over and over again with these particular colored teams. And so sure enough, Denver equals 94. The Packers lose, drop to 9-4 on the season. And I just highlighted what they were showing on ESPN, that the Broncos were the underdogs in this game. So they upset the green and yellow team. And once again, there was value on the Broncos for this one too. I mean, anytime you got a strong team at home playing, it's hard to go against those types of alignments. So that is it. Shout out to the Baller fam. Shout out to everybody on the Patreon. Really appreciate the love and support as always. I already got a play out for tonight's Kings at Stars game in hockey. Should have another one or two plays out later when I'm able to get back into it. But I wanted to keep this one short and sweet. We're just at the 12-minute mark. Really appreciate you guys tuning in. Please make sure to hit that like and subscribe if you guys haven't done so already. It means the world to me, and it doesn't cost a thing. So your support means everything to me. Also, share some of these talking points with maybe some folks. Maybe they're a Buccaneers fan or a Ducks fan or a Falcons fan. And sharing some of these things, I think, simply, right, can really start raising some more eyebrows for people. So anyways, yeah, fading the public. Thanks, AJ. You got it. Absolutely. Arcadia, good to see you. Congrats on your winnings as well. Jolin says Hollywood 129 equals 3, H equals 8, Hanukkah 75, 3, H 8. That would probably take me a little bit to digest, but thank you for sharing. Much love, Maggie. Yeah, always great to see you as well. God bless you. And here we go. We got Adam Last Man 6688. Sin City equals 18 in the Chaldean cipher, or Chaldean, however you pronounce it. So, yep, 666, 18, 216. They all roll up together. So anyways, I'll leave it there, you guys. Thank you guys so much again for tuning in. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.